I went to a wedding with Natalie. She invited me. It was really nice.
She invited me.
I heard where actually you went too.
Yeah.
So funny.
Zane and I and Susie and I sat in a hotel room waiting for your call.
Yeah, we went to a wedding. It was for our friend Sloan. And if I'm being honest, I only went because Natalie was invited. So I'm sure Sloan just felt bad. Because at the time when the invites were sent, Natalie and I lived together. So I'm sure she didn't want to just... I'm not as close to Sloan as you are.
Yeah.
But I love going. I love Sloan.
Fun
She's
wedding.
so fun. Yeah, such a fun wedding.
Very fun Midwestern wedding. I
Yeah.
love that. It was like in Wisconsin.
Lake
small
Geneva.
town.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And we brought Jason, Susie, and Zane along. And Natalie asked beforehand, like, if that's cool, and Sloan had no problem with it at all.
Yeah.
But it was strange. That's like a really weird thing to bring 3 of your friends to a wedding. Because
Yeah.
we were in the area, and like
You guys weren't clear to us either if we were really invited.
Yeah.
And we know that like you have a way of making things happen. And so we were just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I knew what was going on. You were at the wedding like well, you wanted to bring us in at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not be
But
rude.
she loved when you guys got there. Like
Did she?
Yeah.
Because I felt kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's someone's wedding. It's like, why am I there?
That's so funny.
You know?
The one thing I will have to say about it, and this isn't a knock on Sloan or anything, but the actual fucking, like, the marriage process.
I mean, the ceremony
Dude.
It's
shit.
always boring.
No,
the
it's not that it's
worst.
boring. It's just like, what is it? Like, what I was sitting there and I was baffled. Like everybody was sitting there and it was like, and this guy had like 50 stories about every moment. He's like, do you know what the ring represents?
Like his advice. And
The
stuff.
circle is endless love and eternal bound. And it's like for every moment, and there's like 8 traditions, and it was like really crazy.
You should go to a Jewish wedding.
Yeah?
It wasn't.
Well, it was a little bit. I think there were some Jewish traditions.
half and half.
It was half and half. Yeah. This was like my first wedding, other than Josh Peck's wedding,
Yeah.
and that was like a Malibu like celebrity wedding, so it was a little bit different than like a Midwestern wedding.
Yeah.
But it's so old fashioned.
Right.
It was longer. It was supposed to be 20 minutes and ended up being like 50 minutes.
Yeah,
because
it
he
was
had
a-
so many stories.
It was such a.
Was he a rabbi?
But the
He was
craziest
both,
thing
I
about
think.
him is he talked about his wife like 3 different times, which was insane. He was like, "Yeah, when me and Dunya got married," and he'd bring her up, and like to like reference like how special this day is. He's like, and there was a moment where he's like, "When I first laid my eyes on Dunya," he was bringing up these moments. I was like, "This isn't your wedding." It was fucking crazy, and it was so long. I mean,
We kept ours really short. And Marty and I were really...
well, your marriage was also short. You guys kept everything really short.
Maybe that was the problem. Maybe we should have had a longer wedding.
I also think it's fucking crazy that you can't propose at your friend's wedding. Well, I got into like a huge argument, not a huge argument, but I got into an argument with this over Natalie. I was like, if a friend wants to propose at my wedding, I would fucking encourage it. That is the coolest thing. You're sharing my wedding day with you, the beginning of your love life or whatever it is. Like, that's fucking sick. How is that like frowned upon?
You know, when David and I were arguing about this, he was so passionate about it that I was like, I thought he was planning something. Like he wanted Todd to propose to me at Sloan's wedding, but I was absolutely against it. So it was like not happening. And you were trying to convince me that it was okay.
No, because I saw a TikTok video on TikTok. I saw a video and there was this guy proposing at his like best friend's wedding, and all the fucking comments with like 30,000 likes were like, "Not my wedding. Not happening in my wedding. You do you, sis, but not happening here." Like, what the fuck? Who are these selfish fucks that can't share a wedding day?
It's not that. Why
No,
would
it
you
is
want
that.
to
It
share
is
the
that.
wedding day?
What are you talking about?
Because then it's
What? It's like- it's-
your day. It's like supposed to celebrate you
But
and your
you-
relationship.
That's fucking bullshit. I'd ask all my friends. I'd be like, "Do you want to propose? Like, this would be cool. Like, I already had the venue rented out. Like, I have a limo we can fucking take. Like, we can take out of here. Like,
It's also not a private moment. It's supposed to be a private moment.
well,
Yeah,
sometimes
like
some people are like,
intimate.
I don't know.
Intimate.
I don't know. That
When
was.
when you
And I asked Ilya, and Ilya was like, "Fuck you."
don't ever bring in you and Ilya are aliens, man. You both are so like. I was riding in the car with him the other day. I thought I was riding with you.
Wait, why?
He literally goes by like 3 streetlights, and he's like, "Bro, what the fuck? It's fucking nuts!
What?
Red, and then green, and then yellow, and all these streetlights in a row." Who built these? Like the same thing you were just saying about the buildings. He's like, "It's nuts," and then they all know to stop. How? Like I was like, "Oh my god, David and Ilya, you guys are the same fucking person when it comes to
really
that."
funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know Ilya would be like, "Yeah, bro, fucking propose to the wedding."